Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1947 Royal Quiet De Luxe vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and the margins are located behind this flip panel. And you could just set them manually. On this left side you can also use the magic margin function, which just sends it to wherever you are on the platen if you flip that forward. And the right one is just a manual set, and there's a scale back here to tell you exactly what space you're on. I'm just going to set that on 75. About the length of a page, and this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips one or two spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch forward. It skips two. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. To switch from black to red, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip that all the way to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you move it in the middle, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. Move it all the way down and over to the right. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. I'm going to move that over for red to print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Beautiful typing machine, beautiful print, beautiful looking machine, and this was the exact model typewriter that Ernest Hemingway used to write some of his legendary novels. I don't think they know the exact year, but I actually think that it was the same year too. But this model came out in I think 1942, and it went all the way up to like 1948 or 1949. Just absolutely beautiful model. It's really quiet compared to most typewriters and smooth. To pull the page out easier, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. We're going to put the color back in the middle to print black. And also they have the same model of these, the Arrow and the Companion, that are the same exact shell, but this is the upgrade from those. So this will have more functions like the tab function, the touch control, and maybe a few other functions like the paper guide and the magic margin type of function. So this is the top upgrade when it comes to, and it's quieter. And just there's functions like the escapement I think is upgraded with this and everything to make it quieter and smoother. Backspace on the left side works great. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. The tab is a manual set tab, and it just stops at each one of these that you set back here, and then just like your margin, you just kind of push them in and move them to where you want them, and there's a scale back here, and then just when you hit that tab button, it just stops at each one of those. And that's very smooth. Like you can feel the power of it, but it's just nice and powerful and smooth. Margin release below that. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button and it will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on this left side, so it's pulling to the right. And if you want to switch the direction, switch on the left side here. We'll switch it to the left, flip it to the right, and it does clockwise to the right, and that's the direction we want it to go. Here's your touch control right here in the middle. The farther left you go, there's a minus sign there. You don't have to hit the keys as hard for them to print, but they don't respond as fast. So for faster typers, you want to go a little higher. But this is the maximum for touch control. You do have to hit them a bit harder, but they respond faster. So if you're a fast typer and your keys are getting, you're typing over the keys, you want to go harder. And if you're just a slower typer, you don't want to hit the keys as hard, and you go light. And I usually like to keep it on light. On the right side is the carriage release behind the knob. Super smooth. Really love this typewriter. This is one of my favorites. One of the most popular models, I think, of all time in typewriter history. Left carriage release. Super smooth. And if you push in this button here on the end of the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space, and the same concept with the lever up top. On the highest lever, it disables the spacing. You flip it back and then you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.